Hello, ladies and gentlemen, it's Mike here at Game From Scratch, and today we have a great announcement for Unity developers, and that is the Unity Mega Bundle is on right now. This seems to be something they do twice a year. Obviously, this is the second Mega Bundle of the year. We'll look at the first one a little bit later on, so you can kind of compare and contrast them. But basically, these are kind of like humble bundles run by Unity. It's a chance to get a number of Unity assets for quite cheap. Also, while we're at it, in case you're not regular to the channel, yesterday I published that they're doing a Unity animation asset giveaway. If you want to go ahead and check that out, I will link that down below as well. So on to the Mega Bundle. So this one is pretty straightforward. It's a collection of assets up to 95% off, organized into tiers. It's actually quite cheap at this point in time. The three tiers are $10, $15, and $20 US. And as you go up the deal, as you go up in the value, so you can see the $9.99 tier is 75%, whereas the $19.99, you get everything in the two tiers below it, and the total savings goes up to 95%. So the higher dollar value you buy, the better deal you get. The fact that the top tier is only 20 bucks, this actually makes this one of the smallest mega bundles yet in terms of price. So we're going to jump in and take a look at what is in each particular tier, and yeah, let's do it. All right, so the first tier here, for $10, you get these three assets. The first asset is a Footstep System. It's pretty straightforward on the whole. It's for creating footsteps in your game world. Like so using materials with particles. By the way, if there's anything here that you particularly want to see me check out in more detail, obviously there's enough to cover here. I'm going to be very cursory with everything we look at, but I buy these bundles. So if there's something you want me to go hands-on with, let me know in the comments down below and I can do a follow-up video. So the first one is the Footstep System. Second one is about as straightforward as it gets, the Medieval Farm Tools. This is a straight-up asset collection. Now this is one of those things that's commonly going to come up. Can you export out from the Unity Asset Store? And the answer is yes. Oftentimes they're actually stored as FBX files in your project, so you can just bring them straight out. But I do have a document later on I will show you on how to export assets out from Unity. So even if you are a Godot developer or Unreal Engine developer or whatever, and you want to use these in your own project, generally the license allows it, and it is possible to do so in most cases. Now, things that are specific to Unity, like Unity scripts and such, obviously aren't going to work. But stuff like this, straight assets, you can probably use them in another engine. So the Medieval Farm Tools pack, you got an idea of what you're getting right there. And then next up, we have Easy State version 2.0. Main goal is to provide visual editor for state machines to provide flexibility without sacrificing simplicity or performance. State machines are exceptionally common in the world of game development, such as like artificial intelligence on patrol, attacking, defending, that kind of stuff. Those are common state machines. Even if you think in your life, something like a traffic light is a state machine. You use state machines all the time in games, and this is kind of like a visual tool for them. You can see it's building the code or working with the code behind the scenes. This one is actually quite nice. We're jumping into the next tier here, and we're jumping way out of order. I don't know what I did there. I think I'm going to do them in reverse now. So here we are sitting at the mid tier, so the $15. The first one we've got here is the Bullet Pro. So this is parametric bullet engine for all your 2D games. So if you need bullets in your game, making a bullet hell, this is basically a controller and pooling system for them. We've got the Modular Sci-Fi Weapons Pack for the Unity Asset Store. This one looks familiar. I have a feeling it may have been in a previous bundle, but if you want to create sci-fi weapons, modular pack for them. And then we have the Guns and Explosions Sounds Pack, which is actually quite cool. And that's pretty straightforward. A collection of 20 guns, including loops for automatic guns, gun reloading, bullet drops, ricochets, and whiz. So if you need sound effects for your game and you've got guns in it, well, that's what this pack is all about. And then this one was strangely out of order, so now we're back in order, and actually probably the one that I find the coolest because I love all things mech. This is a PBR Modular Mechs Volume 3, which is kind of interesting because this may actually stack quite nicely with the Modular Weapons Pack. You get these things to work together. So basically it is a collection of, I won't say battle mechs because that is trademarked. I won't say droids because that is trademarked. I will not say gears because that is trademarked, but you know what I'm talking about. Giant robots in the Western style, which is kind of funny because the Western style came from Robotech. Yeah, you can see them kind of stuff you can get out of this one. So if you need mechs for your game, it is a modular kit for creating them. So 14 PBR, so 28 custom mechs, 14 materials, 14 mobile textures. and it's basically built into various different pieces, so you can use different arms and legs and so on together to make various different results. And that is that. So now we are at the $20 tier, so that was the $15 tier. By the way, again, if you buy the $15 tier, you also get the $10 tier. So that puts the savings up to 88%, and now we are into 95% savings territory, and this is where you get the everything bundle. So if you spend 20 bucks, you get literally every single thing we talked about here, and this is a heck of a deal, to be honest. So we get the nature package, forest environment. It's full of Fs. We got trees and shrubs and bushes and Fs all throughout this one, so pretty straightforward on the whole. Then we've got the easy character movement. Interestingly enough, I already own this, probably from a previous bundle, so one of those things to be aware of. But it is a feature-rich, high-performance, incredibly easy-to-use rigid body-based character controller. So if you need to set up a character in your game, this makes your life a lot easier. Snow VFX. You know what? There's something like 1,000 words for snow in the Inuit language, and this has 5 kinds. So we got ultrafine, soft, medium, heavy, and cinematic blizzard. So if you need to add snow to your game, well, you can do so with this pack. And then we got enemy vision, patrol, and line of sight. This has actually worked quite well with the state machine thing. So as I said earlier, you've got things like you know, you could be patrolling or whatever. This is a setup so that you can have, you know, the police kind of in alert stage versus found you stage. So if you need to add artificial intelligence into your game, this gives you the ability to add vision to your NPCs, basically. And then we've got Enviro Light, Sky and Weather. No real description here, but it's got things like skybox lights, fogs, and so on. So it's basically a weather system for fogs and so on. Next up, we have the spell pack. Pretty straightforward on the whole. It's a collection of, there was a bunch of them, something like 150, so 76 spells, sorry. 301 color variations, 20 explosion, 20 projectiles, 7 tomes, and so on. So if you need magical effects for your game, you can do so here with a number of different color variations. So if you're looking for particle system for spell effects, that's what spell packs is all about. Next up, we have the Melee Warriors Melee Warriors animation. The animation style and the models may look immediately familiar. That is because this is from Kevin Glacius, and he is one of the animation providers, and one of the free animations you can get comes from him. So if you want more animations, yeah, it's a number of animations for sword wielding and so on, different attack versions available there. So run, sprints with weapons, and then you've got block with shield, right-hand attack, left-hand attacks, and so on. So if you're looking for animations, this is one. By the way, a number of his things are 50% off, including actually this pack right now, and you can get one animation pack free from him from the thing I talked about earlier on in this video. Next we have the classic Rpg Gui. This is, all the elements are hand-painted, perfect fit for RPG and MMO games. GUI includes all the basic elements for game interface in the genre, such as menu, options, HP, mana, energy bars, inventory, buttons, trade, spellbook shops, quest bot panel, etc. Contains the GUI elements, PSD documents, hero silhouettes. Some of the icons shown, skills, armors, these kind of things aren't actually included. So you're getting the frameworks for everything else involved. So yeah, in PSD format. So if you want to modify them, you should be able to. And then we get Top-Down Dungeons 2. This set contains a lot of assets designed for dungeon environments. You'll find 400 prefabs for walls, grounds, props, constructions, particles, fully prepared materials, mobile-friendly meshes, hand-painted textures, and so on. So you get an idea of the kind of environments you can create. Very Diablo 3-esque dungeons. So it's all of the modules and such go together to create these dungeon levels. And then I think this is the final one. It's Philo, the cable simulator. So if you need to create cables and pulleys in your world, you can see here, it is a set of series for creating cables and pulleys and joints. And so if you want to create the next Rube Goldberg machine, you can do so. It's a physics add-on for Unity, realistic simulation of complex 3D cable-driven systems. There's no 2D support yet. Works on all platforms, full C# code is included. So if you want to add cables and pulleys and such to your game, Philo is probably the plugin for you. And like I said, I think that is it. So if you look at the last Mega Bundle as an example, this was back in May. It started at $15 and ended at $40. So today's $10, $15, and $20 is quite cheap. But at the same time, when you go through whatever is in there, there's nothing really mind-blowing in this bundle, in my opinion. By the way, again, if you want to look at the process of getting an asset out, this kind of walks you through it. There's a video actually showcases how to do it. A lot of times the assets are basically just stored in a straight-out location, often as FBX files, which is the 3D Studios Max and Maya format, which can be opened in Blender, by the way. So if you want to get assets out of the Unity game engine to other game engines or to edit them or whatever, generally you can do so, and generally the license allows it. But do be sure to check that out. And again, a reminder, there is an asset giveaway going on, and one of the things in that asset giveaway is from Kevin. So the basic motion pack is the same animations that we saw earlier on. So that is it. That is the Mega Bundle, the second one of the year. Again, it's only 20 bucks. So there's no real major standout in this bundle. I like the mechs because I like mechs in general. Bullet system could definitely be useful. State control system could definitely be useful. Anytime you've got more models and sounds, those are always pretty much generically useful. Got a nature environment, we got dungeon environment, we got cabling system, sky and weather effects, snow effects, patrol settings. Pretty straightforward. Nothing really massive on there. But again, if there's anything in here you specifically want to see me go hands-on with, let me know. Like I said, I do buy these things, especially when it's 20 bucks. So if there's anything here you have more questions on, but truth of the matter is, almost everything I've seen here, other than maybe the state machine, the footprint system, the bullet system, and the vision system, it's pretty self-explanatory. Oh, and the cable system. They're all pretty self-explanatory for the most part. But if there's something there you want me to cover in more depth, please do let me know in the comments down below. And let me know what you think of this bundle. Do you like the smaller, cheaper bundle, or do you like the bigger but, say, potentially better bundles? Let me know. Comments down below, and I will talk to you all later. Goodbye.